Good afternoon, my name's Tom. I'm going to show your unit to you today, and we'll do a walkthrough. First, talk about your awning. Your awning you do not want to leave out in stormy weather. Wind will catch it and pull it right up over top of the unit. So in order to keep from having damage to your awning, make sure you bring it in during those storms. So come on around, you'll find your front garage or storage area. There's one door that goes through, and then also there's a door underneath your bed to access the same space. On each corner you have stabilizers. The stabilizers are there just to stabilize the unit. Do not try to jack with these. They're not jacks. All they'll do is stabilize the unit once you've got it in your campsite. So what you'll do is back into your campsite or pull through, whichever, and then take it off of your tow vehicle with your tongue jack. Your tongue jack's located up here in front, and by raising it and lifting it off the ball, you'll be able to disconnect from your tow vehicle. So once you have backed into the site and you've leveled up the one side or the other, whichever the low side is, once you've leveled those tires up so it's level side to side, then you can level the unit with your tongue jack front to aft, and that way then you can run your jacks down or your stabilizers down to stabilize the unit. Behind your tongue jack is your 30-pound tanks. Both tanks are full of LP, liquid propane, and this points to this tank, which means we're drawing from this tank first. The green shows there's gas in the tank. Once the tank runs dry, this will flip to red. Then you can come out and flip to the other side. If this tank's on, the regulator will automatically switch, the dial won't. So it's a good idea to camp with one tank off. When you run out of one, you'll always have a backup. Behind that is your deep cycle marine battery. You want to check the cells on that battery every 4 to 5 months. Make sure water's staying over the plates. If it's at or below the plates, just add some distilled water. Another maintenance item is your roof. There's a die-core seal across the front, a die-core seal across the back. It's a solid membrane front to back, side to side, except for where things come up through it, such as your air conditioner, your vents, and they all have die-core around them. Die-core is a brand name. They make a lot of things for campers. They make this non-silicone caulking to go on that roof. You do not want to use any silicone up there. It will eat through the membrane. So we come down to your water heater. Your water heater is gas or electric. The electric button's in the lower left-hand corner, and your electric elements are here. Your gas lights off here, and you just want to make sure there's water in the tank before you light it off. Next to that, you'll find your fresh water fill. Your fresh water fill is in the event you don't have city water at the site, you can fill this tank, and there's a demand pump on board that will turn off and on as you use the water. Next to that is your city water connection. Good idea to have a pressure regulator for that, and that pressure regulator will keep the pressure inside at 55 pounds. You want to hook that pressure regulator up at the source, and then run your hose up to the city water connection. So come on around, you'll find your sewer dump here. On the right hand side is your larger knife blade, which is the black water, your toilet, and on the other side is your gray water, which is your sink and your shower. You do have a light to work by up here, and a cable connection just below that. So come on around. It's a good idea to keep your tires properly inflated to keep them wearing evenly. and that inflation is on the front driver's side. There's a panel there that tells you how to, or what air pressure to use. 50 amp service is here, and all that is yours, as well as the 50 to 30 we're plugged into. And your 30 amps, you can only use one AC. You need 50 amps to use both, so just be aware of that, and do not tax the electrical system. Above that, you'll see your backup camera or your travel camera, and this particular camera either pairs up with your phone, or there could be a monitor inside the unit itself. So we come on around. You have outside kitchen, gas light. You just simply turn it to light and spark it off, and then you'll hook your gas up to this outlet here and turn the valve on, and you will have gas coming to the cooktop. To get it back in, you simply lift up this handle and push it in. Your ice maker is here. Your refrigerator is 110 only, so it's only going to work when it's plugged into your campsite. And then of course you have your water hookup here. We come on around, you have your furnace exhaust here, and it's a good idea to get a screen for this to keep mud daubers and little varmints out. So you can purchase that here at Holman's through our catalog or through our desk, and they'll ship it to you. You have exterior speakers. These speakers are water resistant, not waterproof. Do not spray directly into them. They will, or you will damage them. So they'll take you washing the unit down, they'll take rainwater, but they will not take a direct hit. Here is a TV bracket, and there's a bracket inside that if you put it on a TV that you purchased, you could bring it out here and hook it up. You could hook it up to the electric here, and then your onboard antenna here. This is your black tank flush. Your black tank flush is used when you've dumped your black tank, and it still shows there's something on the sensors. It's either paper or solids on the sensors, and you can hook a hose up to this and make sure you're in a dump. The hose is in the dump, the black is open, and then you can flush out your tank and clean it. Located here behind this panel, like it says, it's no storage, but it's access to your hydraulics for your slide out. Now we'll go inside and basically do the same thing. As you come in the door, in the upper right hand, you'll find your service panel. Service panel automatically tells you how much water is in the fresh tank with the LED lights. Black tank is empty, gray tank is empty, and your battery is fully charged. You have your awning lights that you can turn off and on here. Exterior lights off and on. Living room lights off and on. Water heater. Your water heater is gas or electric, as I said, outside. To light it off with electric, you just turn the electric button on. To light it off with gas, you just turn this button on. The default light will come on if it did not find gas. If it finds gas, it is operating on gas, and you'll be able to hear it. Your water pump is here, and I've turned it on so we can run water and test things out for you. Awning, extend or retract here. We're going to retract it. When you receive your unit, it's a good idea to put the awning out on a nice calm day, sunny day, and let it dry out. It will wick water even rolled up tight against the unit, so it's a good idea to put it out every once in a while to dry it out and make sure it doesn't mildew. And once you hear that sound, it's ready to roll. Your slide out works here, and we'll do that at the end of the walkthrough. But to put the slides out, you simply push the out button. To bring them in, the in button. You have a USB port here, phone chargers. You have your voltage is monitored here on your battery. So come on up to your living area. Both couches are jackknife, and I've jackknifed this one out so you can see how it would make into a bed, and this one would do the same thing. All your lights in here, except for the ones on the ceiling, operate with the push of a button, and those buttons are located in the center of the light. You have your radio, which I didn't...
This afternoon it's going to be sunny with a high of 85. Tonight mostly clear, low around 57.
Indoor and outdoor speakers. That's zone 1 is inside, and zone 2 is outside. Below that is your fireplace, and it also has a remote that's in the drawer in the kitchen, and we'll put out some heat to take the chill off on those chilly mornings. Your recliners are located here. This is the way they need to be strapped in to travel. Just make sure they're clearing the slide out when you do. Your keys will be located here in the sink, or on the sink. And as I said, we have the pump on so it's operating properly. Your cooktop, simply turn to high. Turn the clicker on this side. Turn to high, clicker. Each one has its own sparker. And you want to travel with that top down. And that's the light for the cooktop. You have a light and fan above the cooktop, as well as the microwave located here. Your refrigerator is 12 volt. It's been on. You can adjust the maximum of the freezer and the refrigerator there. And it's a nice size refrigerator box here. And a really nice pantry. Your dinette makes into a bed. You simply detach the pipes from the top and lay the top on the ridges down here below. Pull the pillows out and it will make into a bed. You come on around, your thermostats are here. You have a button here will scroll through heat, off, fan. I like to use my fan on auto, and then you can adjust the cool by pressing the button up or down. This is for the bedroom AC. So we're going to turn them off. It's cool enough in here. They're both off. As you come into the bathroom, you have a foot pedal. The foot pedal you push slightly and it will fill the bowl to where it is at your home toilet. And after use, you press it all the way down and it will flush. This is also where you're going to put your black tank chemicals. You want to use, you can use any black tank chemical that's authorized for an RV or marine. So you want to use at least, they have 8-ounce bottles of some of them, or they have packets that you can drop in and they will dissolve. either one, whichever one you do, open up, put it in, and then run a little water, and it will start to activate. You want to do that before you start camping. It's a good idea to do it after you've dumped. The chemicals will last about a week before you have to put more in, or at least dump your tanks. So it's a good idea to, after you dump your tanks, even if I'm going home, I will put more chemicals in and add some water, and that way those chemicals will slosh around the tank and keep it smelling good instead of smelling bad. Above that you have your vent, and to open it you simply twist the knob, and to turn it on it has several speeds on the one side, but you must turn it off before you bring the cover back down. It does not automatically turn off. And to lock that cover, you just simply push this up. Nice shower with a tri-fold door, or tri-rolling door. You want to make sure that it's latched during when you're traveling, so it doesn't slide back and forth and break. Switch on the wall for your light up above. Nice sink and cabinet. Hallway light, again, with a button. Your bed does raise and goes into the storage that's underneath. You do have USB ports on both sides, and that pretty well takes care of our walkthrough. You do have an emergency exit here, and to use that you simply pull up the red bar and push the window all the way out, pull the screen out to exit through that window. We want to thank you for buying your unit from Homans, and know that you're going to have a great time in it. It looks like it's a good family unit, and it will be delivered to you as soon as your salesman can arrange that. Again, thank you, and good camping.